This is the future.
Hello everyone and welcome to another Warframe video. First, I would like to discuss the secret door in the thumbnail, which you can see in the new Whispers in the Walls mission tile set. These doors can't be open in the outside, and there's always a secret passage that you must find to get to the location. There is rare loot inside sometimes that is used to increase your Cavia Syndicate ranks, and you will need to find the hidden path to get into the secret yellow door. So don't even bother trying to find a secret altar to use your operator's void beam and unlock the secret yellow door in the mission. In addition, some players are having trouble finding the Murmur Sarcophages in their first run in the Cavia bounty mission, so I hope you will find this video and try to go in the desert region of the tile set. These sarcophages are always located in this region. These are those weird-looking containers with hands opening after you shoot or strike them with your abilities or weapons. You only need to find 3 of these sarcophages, and it's always good to have loot radar in your build so you can identify the containers from the rare loot in your minimap. Now, there are a bunch of ways to increase your Cavia Syndicate standings in the Sanctum Anatomica. In fact, not only in the new hub, but also the new missions outside of Sanctum Anatomica can give you Voke, which you can exchange for standings to increase your Syndicate rank or purchase new items from the Whispers in the Walls update. There are new missions variety in the game right now, such as the new Alchemy mission and the new Murmur Assassination mission that you can access through demos. All of these new Whispers in the Walls have Steel Path variant, and you can find 8 Voke in each mission, which you can exchange for standings on the human version of Lloyd in Sanctum Anatomica. While all these missions have guaranteed Voke loot, but I think Exterminate and Survival are the best missions right now for farming Voka and ranking your Cavia standings fast. The Exterminate mission has only one objective, and that's to kill all enemies, and after that, you can just look for all the Vokas available in the mission. On the other hand, Survival mission is great as from the start of the mission, you can go and look for the Vokas and extract at the 5 minutes mark if you have all the items. By the way, it's not necessary to do Steel Path levels, and in fact, doing solo Exterminate is one of the best options to farm these Voke. Just kill the enemies first and then go look for the items, while Survival is good for a team hunt, especially in Steel Path levels. I am suggesting this since you can have specific Warframes and setup to maintain the life support and find all the Vokas available in the mission. You can ask someone to focus on the Survival mission while the others go look for the Voka, so you can extract at the 5 minutes part of the mission. The good thing about Steel Path Survival is you also get increase in the resource drop, and as well as get Steel Essence from killing the Acolyte. If you can do the Steel Path grind, then I highly advise you to do it, but try to do the mission in 5 minutes. The main goal here is to find all 8 Vokas in the mission, while the Whispers in the Walls resources, and as well as the Steel Essence are bonuses if you have strong enough setup to do the Steel Path levels. So why am I not suggesting Alchemy or the new Assassination? To be honest, they are great missions, but we are aiming to increase the rank of our Cavia standings in here at the fastest way possible. The 2 new missions has some extra step that would take longer compared to other missions, which only requires you to kill, then focus on hunting down the Vokas in the mission. Alchemy is an endless mission wherein players are instructed to mix a chosen secondary element such as corrosive gas, magnetic radiation, or viral within a crucible by acquiring amphors dropped by enemies that contain a primary element such as heat, cold, electricity, or toxin. The amphors can be thrown via alternate fire and can also be used to damage enemies. Once the gauge of the 2 primary elements reaches 100%, a conversion progress gauge and a pressure gauge appear on the left side of your screen. The player must keep the pressure gauge within the brackets by shooting marked distressed pipes. Over time, the required range marked by the brackets will shift, meaning Tenno must only vent pressure when necessary. A rotation is completed after the conversion progress reaches 100%. You get the mission reward, and after that, you move to the next if you wish to continue and gain more rewards. It's an easy mission to do, simple and perfect for a grindy game like Warframe. However, we are looking for the fastest way to earn Cavia standings and not farm other stuff, so I think it would be better to do missions that only requires a few steps. The same goes with the new Assassination mission. Before you can go to the final boss, which is just a version of the fragmented one that you have encountered during the quest, you must take extra steps to summon the boss. While it's possible to coordinate with a team and assign someone to finish the mission while others are looking for the Vokas, still, I would prefer an easier grind, and this is not it in my opinion. Most of the new missions in DMOs reward Neo and Meso relics, as well as the new mods and resources in the Whispers in the Walls update. However, they don't reward you Voka at the end of the mission, so there's no point in doing this when you are farming standings. Well, not unless you're doing bounty missions. missions. Now, there are also Cavia bounty missions that I think would be great for farming Cavia Syndicate standings right now. You can access bounties from the new NPC in Sanctum Anatomica named Fibonacci. This big fish can give you bounties, and each bounty can reward a specific voca at the very end of the mission. The same mission types as the new ones you see in the DMO system are available in this bounty system. The only difference is that you have no option for steel path levels, and it has side missions just like what we talked about earlier on the Murmur Sarcophages. There are also side missions that require you to finish the exterminate missions in 6 minutes, break several crates, kill flying enemies, hit enemies in their weak spots, and more. They are generic objectives and easy to understand and fulfill. The only thing that was hard during the first time for me was finding the Murmur Sarcophages, as I still don't know what they look like. Aside from that, the side missions and the bounty missions are pretty easy to finish. While it has no option to go steel path levels for those added steel essence and resources, I still think that you should grind for Cavia standings using the bounty missions right now, as you'll get more vocas from these missions. A total of 9 voca can possibly be rewarded in this mission. If not, then you will get 8 once you find all of them, and you will get other rewards on the bounty pool such as Endo and the currency you need to trade relics from the Prime Resurgence vendor. You can say that the bounty missions in the Whispers and the Walls are just Zariman 2.0, but compared to Zariman Bounty, you only get a chance to be rewarded with 1 voca per mission. We all know that in Zariman missions, you get more Void Plumquils when you're doing the higher tier bounties, but in the Whispers and the Walls, I highly advise that you don't do the higher tier all the time since it doesn't reward any extra voca. What I usually do is go to either Exterminate or Survival mission. Most players in my server are currently doing the same, and most of us are either using a DPS Warframe such as Thermal Sunder Garuda, which still works despite the nerf to Helmet Thermal Sunder. The damage capability of the synergy got lowered, but since we are not going against beyond steel path enemies, Thermal Sunder Garuda still works like a charm in these types of missions. In addition, the usual Peacemaker Mesa also is great to complete the objective of killing enemies or maintaining the life support. And then some of the players are using either Limbo or the Broken Warframe as crate breakers, or what we call voca hunters in this mission. They're tasked to hunt down all 8 vocas in the mission, and it is so much faster to do this with a team. The idea is one player will just focus on the objective while the other 3 will hunt down those vocas in the mission. The last part of the video are all the builds I have used in farming the Cavia Syndicate standings in the Whispers and the Walls update. If you think I've missed some information, feel free to write it down below. Right now we have another Endo loot cave in the form of the Cavia Syndicate bounties. Not to mention that after max ranking the Syndicate, we can use the standings to purchase stuff and sell it to other players, just like what we are doing with the Molt Augmented in the Zariman missions. Also, you get the chance to somehow get the currency needed to buy relics from Prime Resurgence, so it's a great mission overall to add to your daily grind in Warframe. So that's all about it. I hope that you find this video informative. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in my next guide. Squad Leader signing off.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future.